So I'm going to really help you understand how policies work by looking at the autonomy of a policy. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through, I don't know what they call those nouns or actions, but all those brackets, we're going to look at the examples of what we can do there so you have a better idea how you can use these policies. Do you have to know how to write policies for the exam? No, but it's a very good practical skill and it's good to learn it at the foundational level. So that's why we're doing it. So the first thing we're going to look at is the subject. So a subject could be anything in your system. So if you wanted to specify everything, you do any user, or you could specify IM group name or OCID. So it could be group developers or group ID and then the OCID for that group that you want. And then you could specify dynamic groups. So it's the same thing as a group name. You would just say dynamic group tagged prod. Next, we have verbs. So a verb could be either inspect, read, use, or manage. And so if you want to only allow someone to list resources, we would use inspect. And OCI recommends this is only for third-party auditors. If you had only want to give people read access, you do read, and that would be generally for internal auditors. If you wanted to give someone the ability to read and update but not delete or create resources, you would use, and that would be great for junior developers, but they just say developers. And if you want the ability to read, create, update, or delete, so basically be able to do anything, you would set it as manage, and so that would be your administrators. Next, we have resource types. So if you want to specify all resource types, you would just say all resources. If you want to just specify individual types, such as only access to buckets or only access to route tables or only access to a particular type of servers, then you do individual types. But sometimes individual types can be a bit cumbersome, so you might want to include everything within a category, which they call families. So maybe you want to say all types of databases or all types of servers or all types of storage volume. So database family would be all databases there that you could put in there. Next would be the location. So this could be the tenancy. So that's your root compartment. Maybe you want to specify a single compartment, such as compartment development or compartment production. Or maybe you want to specify it based on the compartment's OCID. And then last is conditions, and we have a lot of options here for conditions. So we could match based on a string. So we could say where target group dot name equals staging. You could match based off a regex. So we only want to match target groups that have a customer. And then you have not. So this could be target group name. So as long as it's not beta, then we won't use the beta one. Then you can do it all. So that's where you can actually have multiple statements. Condition statements. So you have one where it's developer, but you don't want it to be production. And then you have any. So this could be when any of the statements are true. So if you don't want it to be project A and we don't want it to be project B, so maybe we want it to be project C. So, hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea on how to construct a policy. But, to really understand, you're going to have to get some practical knowledge in there.